How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the What's Up Eddie channel, Divine Therapy Sessions. And of course, I'm the one and only Eddie. So glad to have you guys back. And these are my Divine Therapy Sessions. And today, you're gonna take a walk with me in nature. We're going to talk, so I've been talking to you guys about the Hermetic Principles. And these principles, I feel, in my opinion, can help us all. And they help us because it gets us a better understanding of ourselves, right? And when we know ourselves better, we can play the game a little bit better, right? And that little game that we're playing is life, right? So I found that my life had changed completely and entirely when I actually, let's step in the sun, when I actually started to implement these principles. And so I'm on the principle of rhythm. Why is it important for us to know the principle of rhythm? And the rhythm states that, or this principle states that everything goes off of a rhythm. Everything goes up, highs, it has lows, it has ups, it has downs, it has ins, it has outs, it has left, it has right. And depending on how hard you push that in any state, any plane of existence, because we're all moving in 3 planes of existence right now, right? The mental, the physical, and then the spiritual, which you can't see, but it's definitely happening. All right, so if we know that there's 3 states, and we know that because this is what I say in all of my videos so far, and check my other videos out, very good, very informative. So if we know that all of these states coexist and they all interact with each other, it's imperative for us to know of these principles, right? Because it's going to actually change our lives. And we become the alchemist. And when you become the alchemist, you get to make wonders happen, not only in your life, but in the life of others. And you find when you're on the spiritual journey that I say the most rewarding thing on planet Earth is being in service to others. And by being in service to others, you're actually in service to self. And so it's advantageous, right? It sounds like an oxymoron or a paradox, but it actually isn't. It actually, and that's I've found in my spiritual journey so far, is that it always sounds the opposite of what it really is. And I think that goes because of old programming. Excuse me. So we get back to the principle of rhythm. All right, guys, today I'm in nature. I had to do a little different today. I had to ground myself again and know that Mother Earth is a true medicine. It's beautiful. This comes from my heritage, Native American. My people lived off the land, right? We all did. We all came from the land, right? And we're going to go back there, which is rhythm, right? The cycle of life and death. And so what are other cycles? There's the cycle of our circadian rhythm, right? There's the 24-hour period, and that is our sleeping rhythm. And so with all rhythms, how can we, so in my opinion, if we're not there mentally, we're not going to be there physically. And if we're not there physically and mentally, we're not going to be there spiritually. So whatever energy you put into whatever you're doing is going to have a immediate or delayed impact on what's going on in your life. So if you get up, let's just say, so we're going back to the circadian rhythm. If you aren't getting enough sleep, you're more zombie-like during the rest of your day, right? You're more prone to being angry, volatile. So if you're well slept, you're actually peaceful, right? So what does that tell us? It tells us that you impact that, right? Now, let's say if you, let's say that you were going to get sleep, but an earthquake happened, and there's nothing that you could do about that, right? So you're going to lose some sleep. Now, what I'm saying, the reason why I'm bringing that up is because in this life, there's some things that we're not going to be able to control. But if we've done maintenance, and if we develop routines, because routines are rhythms, and if we develop those routines and put them in place, they actually become a buffer zone, a protector. Now, it can't be completely protected from pain, right? Because that's not how life works. So check it out. Let's say another good example that I like to use is you're a boxer, right? And you're in this fight. Now, you know that you're punching this guy, right? Boom, 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 boom. And he's punching you back. And it's a match, right? And it's the same as life. If you came conditioned, if you came ready, the fight's gonna be, you're gonna have an easier time fighting, right? But you know the guy's done the same thing as well, so you know that he may just knock you out. He may have a good punch on you. But if you, let's just say, if you saw the punch coming, don't you have a better chance of evading it or even taking some slack off that punch? Of course. That's the same thing in life. That's why I say, like, with certain rhythms, we can't help it. There's going to be a high and then there's going to be a low, and vice versa. If you know that there's going to be a low, you're going to have a high. Why not play into those rhythms? Make the way that the universe works in your favor. As for me, I found out that I was going against the grind on each one of those. So whenever there was supposed to be a high, I caught the low. Whenever there was a low, so my rhythm was off, and it was hurting me. So when like the boxer, right? If you can see the punch coming, you can take some off of it, right? That's what I mean by the actual, if you have practices in place. So let's say if you're oh, I'm sorry, the wind's getting me. If you are in a place, if you're in a place where you're taking care of your spirituality, right? You're nourishing what you're doing on a daily basis. Like, you wake up, you do your bed, you do your morning rituals, your morning routines, which is a rhythm, and you're using positive, like you get up and you do your affirmations, your meditations. You are actually, it's like energy. So if it's a big ball and you're pushing it, it takes a while for it to go, and that's with most rhythms. It's miserable at first, but once it's going in the direction that you want it to, it works in your favor. And even if you hit a hill and it kind of goes down, you still have the momentum to go in that direction, right? So it's imperative for us to have good practices in place of self-love. And when we have those self-love routines, we built ourselves for success. And so it's also good to know too, it's like, if you know that there's a high and there's about to be a low, if you can act like I said, the boxer, if you can take some off of it, you're not going to be as wounded by it, right? You're going to know it's coming. If you know it's coming, it's not going to be as painful. So that's why, if you know how things work like this, it works in your favor. I think that's all I got on you guys, this one. Hopefully you guys liked it. I love you guys. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Give me a thumbs up and make sure to subscribe. All right, peeps.